The geographical spread is perhaps helpful to see because it largely represents where partnership has greater influence in the southwest, and then if you take the southeast generally, your own area in London and the southeast, that's a fairly significant thing. The interesting anomaly is Scotland, where partnership has not had a great presence formally, but there are two networks of churches that are of very similar ethos, and actually behind the scenes we work with them, and Alistair Simmons, who used to be our partnership coordinator, is one of the people who's involved there. And it's all really about the fact that people aren't all that keen on labels, but they are keen on supporting one another. So we'll be looking forward to having a good time in Scotland. Neil and I will be there next Saturday. But that's the general spread, and then there were 5 international responses. This is partly because our monthly email goes internationally, and we have links with very similar churches in huge numbers across the world, and that's evidenced through the International Brethren Conference and Mission, which Neil is one of the organisers of, and some of you have been at the conferences. So that's the geographic spread. Just one or two of the headline questions which may help you thinking about what you value most about partnership and what we might want to give in the future. So we asked a question about the ways that people interact with partnership, and there was a whole range that was available, and it's very clear that the principal ways that people interact with partnership are through the monthly email, which is the green column, through Perspectives magazine, our journal, and through the work of the regional coordinators. That is actually lower across the board than it would be if you were to take it into individual patches, because we don't have a regional coordinator in Scotland, and as Simon has said, we would love to increase the network. We were, when I was working as national coordinator, we were all of 6, but I haven't been able to replace. And I think we need 10 to 12 people doing the sort of work that Simon is doing to give a good national coverage. So that does reduce this across the board, because some areas just don't have a national coordinator. So that perhaps helps. We then asked the question, what are the top 3 ways that people interact with partnership? And the same things come to the fore, but Perspectives comes way out on top then. Then you've got the monthly email, then you've got the coordinators, but you also see that church networking and training events that we've had have been thought to be quite significant as well. So this would have included things like masterclass, which we did at Bottesdale a few years ago. There's things like that we're doing that Simon has been saying that people value. So it confirms the picture, but coming from a slightly different angle. The things that are most valued. So thinking about these top 3 things that have just been listed, why are these valued most? Drills down a little bit more. The big one, valuable magazine articles, because people see in Perspective something that is scratching where they itch. It's as far as we can tell, it's getting a response that this is at the right level of seriousness without being too long, so that it actually makes it worthwhile to make the effort to read the articles. People value fellowship and connection with others through networking events, through recognising we're not on our own. Sometimes church leadership can feel very lonely, can't it? But to get together with others who are facing the same challenges and being able to share resources is a tremendous encouragement. It brings a wider perspective. It's not just me in my small corner, but there are insights that others can bring. We can get advice and support. In our context, we've not been generally keen on having official people who will be the person you go to for anything. But, in this room, I know for many years that the advice of Victor Jack has been welcome, because he's been there to be consulted. It's not because of an official position. Simon is doing the same sort of thing now, and he's given testimony to the fact that if we come and we minister God's word faithfully, if we're gracious to people, they actually will value some help, because they don't want to be imposed on, but also we all, if we're humble followers of Jesus, we know we need help. Caring for the people of God is tough work. Advice and support is valued, and the services of a regional coordinator are one of the ways, but only one, in which that can be given. Now, what we asked, and this is something that's very common to surveys, you generally are asked in surveys, would you recommend this product to someone else? Would you recommend partnership to others? And what we've done is use one of the standard scales, which is the Net Promoter Score, to demonstrate this. And the way it basically works is this. If people say they give us a 9 or a 10, then that means they're for us, right? If you're anything like me, I very seldom give 10s. I tend to be more generous these days, but once I discovered this, I thought I need to give more 10s. 9 or 10 is positive. 7 and 8 is considered neutral. I always thought that 5 or 6 would be neutral, so I thought that, but this means it's a hard scale. Got it? So 7 and 8 are neutral. 6 and below, you are likely to have a net effect of being detrimental to the organisation. So what the Net Promoter Score does, it discounts the neutral ones and offsets the 9s and 10s against the 1s to 6s, and either you're up or down on that. Okay? So it's a tough way to do things. I'm not a statistician at all, but that seems mean to me. At any rate, that's what we've done, and here's how it goes. In terms of the Net Promoter Score, overall, people are positive. Only a little bit, but especially a little bit than negative. When you start to drill down, personal responses are more positive than church leader responses. That gives us questions to ask. Don't have the answers, but it gives us questions to ask. The great thing about surveys is questions. East of England, I'm pleased to say, is pretty positive. Similarly, South West Scotland, not so. But I've already given you some context, so I won't tell you anymore. We're not in Scotland. Okay? But member and non-member, that's also an interesting set of questions that we will need to think through in terms of partnership. So why the positivity or the negativity? Top 3 points when asking people why they were positive were the connections that we have with other people, we're not on our own, the support that we can have through networking, and the sense that we are aligned in vision. Those are the top reasons that people were positive. And the top 3 points, why did you give these lower scores, were a lack of presence. There's some parts of the country that we just don't have a presence, so that results in a low score. Other organisations are doing something similar, and we are committed to non-competition. So if there's something that happens organically, we're supportive of it. We don't want to impose a partnership brand on what people are doing naturally. Similarly, we bend over backwards to work with other groups serving independent churches, whether it's FIC or whether it's other church networks. We would much rather be collaborators than in competition. And we trust that ethos might be shared. We would love it to be the case that we could really sense that we want to see the work progress, not necessarily an organisation. But there is also a lack of vision, and I think it's actually the sense of lack of clarity over vision that is the problem coming through there. So people are not always clear about what we're about, sometimes because we don't want to blow our own trumpets. So these are the questions that we're going to put to you in just a moment. So it gives you a chance to think about them. What do you value of the services that Partnership currently provides? You may already have said in the survey, but we would really like the consultation results to be lumped in with those so that we get a good picture of what you currently value. Secondly, what other services would enable you to be more effective in your local church work and witness. So So what more would you like to ask of an organisation like Partnership to benefit your church? And then thirdly, what resources do you access from other churches or organisations that Partnership or its partners, because we're actively working to collaborate more closely with Counties, Glow and Church Growth Trust. We're willing to work with anybody else, but we four want to work together. so we're actively trying to do that. And so we're not saying, you need to get it from Partnership, because if Counties are doing it, well, we're doing it. If Church Growth Trust does it, we're doing it. That's how we're thinking about this for the future. So what resources would you want? I'm just going to show you a couple of slides. They're there. I'm not going to talk to them because I don't want to skew your thinking. These are the sorts of responses that we got from the survey about what we'd like Partnership to do for you and your local church. It's on the handout. And what would you like Partnership regional and nationally to do to help churches? Again, this gives a bit of the range of what the survey showed up. But the question is really to you.